You've washed your car, you've got it looking really nice and clean. Now you want to add some protection, perhaps a wax to it. So you're going to have to go over the car and dry it first, right? Wrong. This is Autoglim Rapid Aqua Wax, and as the name suggests, aqua, water. Use it when the car's wet. It's actually a really interesting product. It's a carnauba based wax, it's a spray wax, but you can use this while the car is wet and it will help you do two things. You see, usually you would dry your car and then add a wax. That's the traditional way of doing things, although there are spray on wet and rinse off products, but you still have to go and dry the car afterwards if you don't want to have any water spots appear on your car, especially on a dark colored car like this. It does tend to ruin the appearance somewhat. So to get a better, fresher look, you want to make sure it's dry and then waxed. But in this situation, this is a product which you can spray on to the car while it's wet, and it comes with 2 microfiber towels. The first to help apply the product onto the car and also dry at the same time. The second to come round after and give it a buff, picking up any last bits and pieces. So we're going to give this a test just now. It's about £17 in stores that I've seen so far, which is not too bad. It says you use it very sparingly. The bottle is a 500 milliliter bottle in here, a spray bottle just like you would usually see from Autoglim, and the 2 soft, they're not very plush microfibers, but they're soft, they're quite nice, so maybe that's more designed for the product. So we're going to give this a try now. I didn't exactly wash the car, I've just polished this this bonnet with Autoglim Super Resin polish that I made for the last video. So I've just soaked it again. Now it does look like there's some beading on there, and that's just the resins and the polish doing it. It's not going to last very long, so adding a bit of protection will help to keep that polish on there for longer, to keep the gloss, to keep the resins held into the paint a little bit more. The wax here will help to repel water on the surface of the car and stop it from getting to the resins of your polish. So let's give this a try. So we're going to give this a try now. The directions say to give it a good shake and then apply sparingly to all the surfaces. Usually 2 to 3 sprays per panel is sufficient, using the first microfiber to spread and the second to buff, and then apparently stand back and admire. So we're going to give this a try right now. There we have the towel. It is now soaking. It's done a really good job of picking up the water there. Now let's give it a buff. So it's time for the verdict. What do we think of this? I think it's fantastic. I genuinely think it's fantastic. I didn't use much. I used 4 sprays on the bonnet because it's the largest panel on the car. But after spraying on, wiping up and spreading the product around and then buffing off, this was absolutely fantastic. It was so easy to use. There are no streaks, there are no smears. It was not difficult to use at all. It was an absolute breeze. This towel did a really good job actually at picking up all the water on that panel. So there was nothing left behind, which is fantastic. The only place you shouldn't use this, it says don't use it on your windscreen. So obviously glass is not the most fantastic thing to put wax onto. But every other painted panel you've got on your car, absolutely fantastic. Now there's a lot to be said about products which you could use regularly, and because this is a wax likes to be layered, it's quite happy doing that. So this could be an every wash product. Every time you wash your car, once you've done the wash process and you've rinsed the car off, it's still wet, a quick go around with this, a wipe around to pick up the water, and a buff off afterwards. Your car's going to look fantastic. There's going to be no water marks, no chances of any water staining or anything like that. The thing's going to look shiny and clean. It's going to have a fresh coat of protection. This is definitely going in my box of keepers. Thank you very much to Autoglym for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. You've got a fantastic product here. Smells awesome as well. And I've said this before, a product which is a pleasure to use is one you're going to use again. So I'm keeping this for sure. This is fantastic. I'm going to use this as regularly as I can. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Subscribe so you'll be aware of my next videos coming up. Hit that bell so you're notified when I get my next video online. Find me on Instagram, it's my new favorite thing. Any comments, questions, suggestions down below or on my Instagram. If there are any products you want me to have a look at, by all means get in touch and I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'm gonna go inside now because it's starting to get dark. I need a cup of tea and I've realized I'm still wearing my sunglasses. Awesome. I'll see you in the next video.